Hi everyone, welcome back to Conversation Corner. Your host here, Nemo, and
The one and only Derek in the building.
yes. I don't know why we always laugh when you say your name.
That's a good question. Why
Yeah,
do you always laugh?
I even knew you laugh.
Because you laugh. They say laughter is
It's
contagious.
because Derek, you're soft spoken, eh? So
Eh.
when you do some things, I'm wondering, is this Derek, the one and
The
only?
one and only.
Yes.
Mm.
All right. Now today's conversation or today's topic is leadership styles.
Wow.
Do you remember when we talked about leadership versus submission?
Yes.
Yes, and we told people one day we'll do
Leadership styles.
leadership styles for
Yeah.
men
Yeah. In
in
relationships.
relationships. Yeah. Yeah.
There are leadership styles in the office also.
Oh,
But
yes.
today we are talking about relationships. But before we start with the leadership styles, let us talk about qualities of a good leader.
Yes. Yes, people. Now, it is important to have this in mind that there are certain qualities that really make up a good leader.
Yes.
And I would say they are trainable. If you feel you lack in some of them, they are trainable. So it's something you can improve on.
Yeah.
Yeah, either by training or building a habit or a pattern for yourself.
Yes.
Now, the first one is one that I really love so much: integrity
Wow.
and accountability.
Okay.
Yes.
Another quality of a good leader is they always encourage growth. Yes, be it personal growth, even towards their spouse. Growth is important. Yes.
Another one is pivoting. I don't know what to do for another word, but pivoting in terms of
They accept change. I think
yes,
that would be a better term to use.
yes, they are
They are not rigid.
yes, rigid, yes, yes, yeah. So when the situation meets them and they've been solving it in the same way and there's no hope or direction,
Yeah.
they're able to pivot and change and solve it another way.
Yeah. They are patient and calm. They are supportive, emotional, financial. Yes.
Yes,
Those are just some of the good qualities
of a good
of a
leader.
good leader. Yes.
Yes. Um, I think maybe another one would be emotional intelligence.
Yes.
Uh,
They
I
have
think,
they have vision.
yeah,
Naona mbele.
that's also
Haoni
another
tu
one.
hapa kwa mapua. They say that.
Na mbele, it's even 10 years mbele.
Yeah.
5, 10, they're able to see the vision.
Yes, as a man, you are supposed to have a vision of where you are headed to and where you'd like your spouse to head to and your family to reach at a certain point in life. Yes.
Yeah. So, do you think we are done with the qualities of a good leader?
Yeah, those are just to mention just in passing
Just a
before we
few
now go deep
into.
into the leadership styles that we have.
Oh, one last one, Derek. Communication. Listening.
True, a good leader should know when to listen and when to speak.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Communication is very, very important. I
Yes.
think we should do an episode dedicated on communication.
And communication
Yes,
skills.
communication skills for couples, even for friends and all that. Because here, there's a problem.
There's a problem.
And a huge one.
Okay. We will slot it in the calendar.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
What is it?
nothing. Derek, this podcast is helping you become a better leader. Hey, we'll slot it in the
The calendar.
calendar.
Yeah, we
Hey,
have to.
all right, I like that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So the first leadership style is authoritative
Mm-hmm.
leadership kind of style
Mm-hmm.
or autocratic kind of leadership. And this will I classify this in our parents, our grandparents. I believe they were
Hmm.
authoritative.
Me, I know they were. Derek,
Okay,
they
they
were.
were authoritative. Hmm?
Most of them. Very few were
democratic.
very, yeah.
But yes, indeed, most of them were authoritative. It
Mm.
was their way or the highway.
Mm. Just like the military, where we have to say yes, sir, and no, sir. Go fetch the cows, yes, sir. Shoot that, yes, sir. Yes.
Go and study, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Switch off that TV,
Oh,
yes, sir.
yes, sir. Yeah, so it was a yes sir, no sir leadership,
Yes.
and they were the sole visionary of the home. They carried the goals,
Yeah.
and they rarely, this type of leaders, they rarely listen
Yeah, they don't
to,
take input from other people.
yes.
Mm.
Mm. Watch other people, their wife. Hey, yeah, this is the only person, that's the only tip
Yeah.
they have.
Yes.
Even even the children,
Mm.
yeah, they don't have time to listen and hear out what the wife is saying, what the children are saying. So it's their way or the highway. Personally, I honestly, Derek, I feel like it was a very toxic kind of parenting.
Well, to an extent, yes. But the good thing about this kind of leadership is
Mm.
it provided structure and predictability. You knew if he wants this done, it has to be done that way. If not, you are in trouble. You get a thorough beating.
Yes.
So actually, the authoritative leadership style
It
provided
works
structure.
for some point.
Yeah,
Huh?
it provided structure
Mhm.
and predictability.
Okay.
Yeah, things are supposed to be done this way,
Mhm.
and they're supposed to be done that way.
Okay. Then it just simply means I personally don't align with the authoritative leadership, because remember we said these leadership styles,
Mm.
the men who have this kind of leaderships should find the women, yeah, who they align with this kind of leadership.
Yes.
So if you're a woman who knows you can take this kind of leadership, by all means,
Yeah.
yeah.
And but you were on point when you said that it created resentment to an extent
Yeah, because I can't
in the
imagine
family.
being in such a homestead, Derek. I'll
Mm.
go crazy. Because again, your points are not, they are not of value.
Yeah.
They're being shut down
Mm.
most of the time. Actually, 90% of the time,
Yes.
they're being shut down.
Mm.
You have to be a very interesting woman to accept that. But there are women who like that kind of leadership.
Yes.
Mm.
There are women who like being given directives. I want you to do this and only this, and do it this way,
And follow.
and follow those instructions.
And don't give me yours.
Don't question my authority.
Yes. Oh, goodness. It is hard. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So another leadership style.
Laser free.
Hands off.
Hands off leadership. Yeah.
You do
Hands off.
things your way. I don't
It's
really
fine.
care.
Yeah.
Mm.
What do you think about that leadership whereby it's a partnership? You do your things your way, I do it my way. It's fine. Let's live and breathe.
Well, I find such a leadership style can be detrimental to an extent. Yes.
In what sense?
In a sense that there will be no structure. because everybody wants to do things their own way.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you the freedom to do your own things your own
Mm-hmm.
way, and I do things my own way.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and that structure that is needed in the household, where we are supposed to agree on one direction, at some point it will lack in such a kind of leadership.
Okay.
Yes.
I was also feeling like this kind of leadership where the man is all hands off it wears out the woman in a sense of I'll give you an example. Like, I know for a fact when it comes to narcissistic relationships, where the man, I'm giving an example where the man is the narcissistic person, you find that the woman will be in charge of the house. She's expected to pay the rent, get the mortgage, feed people, also what you take care of everyone in that household, and it can be such a strain on her, just to be told, okay, the man is just, I feel like the man is just a figure in this kind of leadership.
Trophy. You want to say trophy?
Yes, sort of, yeah. But I don't know. I feel like this leadership has some questioning in terms of, does it really make people go forward, or does it give stress to everyone in that home?
Actually, I believe such kind of leadership limits growth.
Yeah.
In the family. Yes. Or in the relationship. Yeah.
And what about to the wife? I feel like, personally, if I put myself in that situation, I feel like it will make me do what is beyond me.
It is a little bit draining. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So it is a leadership style, and I know for a fact there are women who lead homes, and if they want to take the role of a leader, there are few, but they're there. I know. Have you ever heard of cases where men say they like to be told everything by women? Have you met such men?
No.
Oh,
No.
they're there.
They're there.
Oh, yes. You'll be very surprised.
They like being given instructions.
Yes, they do.
So they enjoy the authoritative kind of leadership, but this time round, the women are the ones who are leading them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I feel maybe this one would be a good type of, I don't know, leadership for such a situation, whereby the woman has to take charge of a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah. But such men exist.
Okay. I'm yet to meet some.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, they're there. Me, I have.
You have met them?
Yes. So me, I like a woman who is in charge. If you're not in charge, by the way, me and you cannot date.
Okay.
They're there and they exist.
I like being in charge.
I feel like most men are open to women than they are open to their fellow men. So you would never meet such a man who tells you, me, I like my woman in charge.
Or maybe I've met them, but they've never told me.
That's what I'm saying. Like a man would never confide in another man that kind of information, but would easily tell a woman that kind of information. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, actually, it is true.
Yeah.
Because if they told me, I'd consider them, start looking at them sideways, bombastic side eye, criminal offensive side eye.
Ama, you start calling them names. Eh?
Yes.
You, Kaliwa, I don't know, all sorts of things. Yeah, but there are such men, and it's good for you to know yourself. So when you're picking your partner, you know, okay, personally, I like to leave all control to the woman.
Yes.
And yeah.
Another leadership style, democratic. You know, like not like the US parties, the Democrats and what are these other people called?
I don't know. Let me tell you, Derek, if there's a topic my mom has tried to get me on board, I think other friends have tried to get me on board, is politics.
You are not there.
I'm not there. But I
Okay.
wish everyone the best. That's the best thing I can do.
Okay.
Eh.
All right.
Mm.
But another type of leadership is democratic,
Mm-hmm.
where it is more inclusive in
Mm-hmm.
decision making.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it allows for other people to share their input
Mm-hmm.
before the final decision is made.
Mm.
Yes.
Personally, I like this kind of leadership.
I think I am a Democrat.
Democrats, yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is for me. I feel I don't know. People are different. Again, I will always say people are different. So I feel like this would be nice, whereby there is teamwork.
Yes.
We sit down and decide. Okay, for finances, this is what we decide. For children, this, yeah. So that segmentation, and we sit down and decide. We also decide about our visions and goals and blah blah blah, and where we want to. I feel like this was
The
a good one.
democratic, yeah, it is a good leadership style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it
Especially-
doesn't resonate with you, by all means, it's okay.
Very true.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to decision making, it makes the work easier because
Ah.
you at least share ideas, look at the pros and cons from both ends before you make a decision.
Mm.
Yes.
In fact, this kind of leadership accepts, every idea on the table.
Yes.
And then now they start saying, okay, these were the ideas that were given unto me. Let's sit down and look which one is more suitable at this particular time. Mm.
But it also has its own limitations.
Okay, do
Yeah.
share.
You look at it this way. If you were to make a decision, for example,
Mm-hmm.
you want to purchase something. I'll give you an example. A TV. You want to purchase a TV.
Mm-hmm.
I love Sony.
Mm-hmm.
You, on the other hand, you enjoy more of LG or something else.
Mm.
And you have the reasons as to why you love LG. I have my reasons as to why I love Sony.
Mm.
So when we come to make that decision,
It is hard.
it becomes a bit difficult because you will prefer to go for LG and I prefer Sony. So we will have a bit of argument before a decision is made. Or we might even decide to go for Samsung instead and nobody's happy.
Yeah. Well, I kind of feel at sometimes, not most of the time, you need to combine these leadership styles.
Yes.
In such a case where we can't make a decision, okay, it's wrong. Where now I come home and I meet that Samsung and I wanted a Sony, but
You're like, what the hell?
yeah,
Man?
what
Come
just
on,
happened?
man.
I think it is sometimes it is necessary to choose to maybe you can be at that point you can be a little bit autocratic with the
Authoritative.
authoritative with the kind of
So,
decision,
nope, you're going for Sony. That
and
is
that
it.
is
Final.
it, yeah. And then you make up with a good bowl of ice cream. Or you make up with something else.
You bribe them. That is bribing. Are you telling people to be corrupt?
No, I'm telling people to learn how to subsidize,
But very true. Sometimes you need to know when to grease the palm.
Yeah, or that problem will never be solved.
Yes.
Yeah.
So democratic kind of leadership is actually a very good kind of leadership style.
Personally, I would urge people to go for this one, but we are all different.
Yes.
Mm.
So another style of leadership.
Yeah. Another one is coaching leadership, and this one is where you concentrate more of growth of your partner in terms of where you feel they need to grow. You can either uplift them by educating them. By educating, there are many ways of doing it. Take them to school to learn about it. You yourself, you teach them. So it's about personal growth.
A problem with taking people to school to learn is they grow and outgrow you in every sense of the way. You know, I'm heading to right. Yes. What? Say it. Speak. Do not hold it in.
This time, let me say no, sir.
Well,
Because it will start another. Well, okay, I can't believe you said that.
you see, coaching style of leadership is also a good style of leadership. But now it comes back to the values of the partner that you have. Yes, because in some cases you might put in the effort of uplifting somebody, and when they are up there, they take the ladder with them and leave you behind. So you have nowhere to climb.
But you know, Derek, this one goes for both genders.
Yeah, that is what I've said.
Oh.
Now it falls back to the values that your partner has.
Okay.
It falls actually on both genders.
Okay. Okay. But a good example is, let's say you marry a woman who doesn't know how to cook.
Ah, good.
Do you take her to catering school? Do you yourself know how to cook? Maybe you show her. Or one crazy.
First and foremost, let us make one thing clear. Me and food, we are buddies. I enjoy cooking. Yes. So I believe it is best if you teach them how to cook.
Okay.
If you do it with them, it actually even tends to strengthen the bond between the two of you. Yes.
You know, Derek, one day I met this guy who said, if my wife doesn't know how to cook, hey, I am shipping her off to my mom for 1 month. And I asked him, what? Do you know how to cook? I know how to cook, yes, but what does that have to do with it? As I told him, why don't you
teach
her how to cook instead of shipping her for 1 month? Ama you get a small course and teach her, I don't know, instead of shipping her.
That is actually the wrong kind of thinking. It will strain your relationship.
Yeah. It will, yeah. You can imagine sending her to the in-laws for 1 month, and maybe they are not so, they're still learning each other. They've not yet, gotten comfortable with each other. And
there's some kind of judgment that is always there at the in-laws.
Yeah. That one might actually strain your relationship.
It will strain your relationship. Yeah, so it is better you work together and teach each other to do things.
I agree. So a man who is using the coaching leadership style is always trying to improve the growth of
their spouse. Yes.
Even their children.
Yeah, they offer advice, motivate them, teach them new things.
That's very true. Yeah. So that's the next type of leadership. Any other?
Yes.
Okay.
Servant type of leadership.
Speaks to my heart.
The definition is in the term. Servant type of
servant
leadership.
Leader. Yeah, maybe our viewers need to know. I'm just closing my eyes and dreaming. But our viewers need to know what servant leadership. Okay.
This is a type of leadership where the man dedicates his life and energy in serving his partner.
Oh, yes.
Prioritizing their needs.
Oh, yes. Washing their feet.
Now, this is the one where you'll say, amekaliwa. But it's not that amekaliwa.
Yeah.
It's just their style of leadership.
They like to, they believe in service.
Yes.
So they will do anything to ensure that you're okay, because they believe if you're okay, then you can handle the day-to-day activities.
Yes.
So they will take care of you.
They will listen to you. They will
Jerry.
listen to your troubles. Mm.
Do these people exist?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Yeah, they do. Or should I say, yes, we do.
Hey, John B. Hey, anyway, I don't know. Your wife knows. I don't know.
Mm.
So a good example of this kind of leader was, think of something like Jesus. He was a servant leader.
Yes.
He really cared about the well-being of his disciples. Yeah, if his disciples were okay, he knew, then they would be able to tackle day-to-day activities.
They spread the gospel.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is a kind of leadership. Hey, I want to dwell a little bit here. Imagine washing clothes, having the getting the bathtub ready when you get home. Hii amekaliwa yenyewe.
You see?
Yeah, no. No.
But one thing that our viewers need to understand is a good leader should have all these qualities. All these leadership styles can apply to a good leader. You know, there are sections where you will need to be authoritative. There are times where you will need to be of service to your partner. There are times where you will need to be diplomatic, where you have a discussion. And there are times where you need to be authoritative and say, no, we are doing this.
But Derek,
yes,
we started by saying our parents were.
Yes.
They were authoritative. At any one point, do you feel like they applied the democratic kind of leadership? Or did they apply, sometimes circumstances may force you to apply certain things.
Yes.
In what terms? Maybe you're sick, you're in hospital, you're not able to apply your authoritativeness. So there you start calling your wife and children and asking them, now what do we do in this situation? You see?
Yes.
You are cornered. Yeah? Because I feel like there's one or two dominant leadership styles a man can have.
Yes.
But then the other ones are just, they exist.
They are sort of supporting the dominant ones.
I feel like they might not support. I feel like they would come if maybe you are cornered. I feel like one or two. You see, you like for you said
yes,
you like democratic.
Yes.
And was it servant or coaching? One of the two.
Democratic and coaching.
And coaching.
Yes.
Yeah. So I feel like those, and they have hierarchy. I feel like maybe yours would be democratic and then coaching. And then these other ones, you just apply them per the situation or per the need basis.
That is exactly what I said.
Okay. But you wouldn't apply something like servant leadership all the time. You see, there's somebody who's applying this all the time. That's the way they are.
Yes. That is why I said a good leader will need to understand all the types of leadership styles, because a time will come where they'll need to be in service of their partner, and there are times when they need to be authoritative and make and give direction, and there is a time where they need to collaborate. There are times when they need to coach. Yes. So they get to apply all of them, but they have a dominant leadership style. Yes.
Yeah, I would say that is perfect in how you've explained it. So, are we missing out on any other leadership in men and their wives and their family?
No, not that I can think of.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, you can combine the styles, but remember you have one dominant or one or two dominant.
Yes.
But remember to pick the person who resonates with your style.
Somebody who complements your leadership style. Yes.
Don't pick, if you're laser free, that means you're hands off, don't pick somebody who is also hands-off. That's not a home. That is a circus.
That is a recipe for disaster. Yeah.
Yeah, so pick somebody. So probably a laser free would want to pick maybe an authoritative,
yes.
kind of person.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Or service kind of leader. Yes.
Yeah. So do you think men will apply these things, Derek? Or they'll just pick anyhow?
No, some do apply.
Okay.
Yes. But you will get others who
they know themselves. They are working with themselves.
Yes.
They trust themselves.
Yeah.
And they trust the process. And to hell with this leadership styles. Yeah.
It's my way.
Yes, sir. Hey, that's a crazy one. But I mean, we got through it.
We are where we are because of those authoritative types of leaderships, actually.
And I'm not saying you'll find somebody who came out of an authoritative. People are different. You'll find somebody who came out of an authoritative leadership and they have so many mental issues. Yeah?
Yes.
Because of what they went through. So again, look at also the impact it has on your family.
In most cases, the people who underwent authoritative kind of leadership are timid in life. They cannot express themselves well. Yes.
Okay.
Because
they came out arrogant. No, not arrogant. They came out as stubborn people.
Yes, but in most cases, they are timid. When you are told, this is how you're supposed to go. You grow up learning, I always get instructions on what to do. I cannot make this decision on my own. I have to be told what to do. So you get they are timid in life. They do not know how to make their own decisions. They wait for somebody to guide them.
Yeah, guide them.
Yes.
And they end up becoming maybe laser-free, kind of a leader.
Yes.
Okay. But some also will end up becoming authoritative because it's what they know.
Yes.
And it's what they think is right.
Yeah, it's what they know works.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, any question for our leaders?
Our viewers.
Our viewers or leaders. Yes. Any question for our viewers today?
Let me see. Should we ask them which style of leadership they use?
Yeah, now that they've understood
the different types of leaderships. Maybe they can tell us which type of leadership do you use in a relationship. Yes.
And that's now for the men. I feel for the women, what type of leadership do you think your man is in, and does it work with you?
For the ladies, I think you should ask them which style of leadership do they think works
for them? Okay. All right. Yeah. Hey, I feel like many would say servant leadership.
You'd be surprised. Some of them prefer authoritative, being given direction.
True. Very true. Yeah. Yeah. Although I felt like servant is not bad. I'm drilling it too much.
You have dwelt on that topic for too long.
Okay, sour. Okay. Ladies, tell us your preferred
type of leadership
style. Yeah.
Yes. Anyway.
All right.
It's been real. Thank you for your time. Please like, subscribe, share, comment,
and follow.
us.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So, bye-bye.
Catch you on the next one.
Yeah.